Alright, so we are at 100%. It's 9:45 a.m. I actually got to get to my class in like 15 minutes, so probably gonna take the electric skateboard because I gotta get there ASAP. But yeah, I'm gonna go through the battery life, go through the camera test, and get some footage for you guys and see how it's doing to the end of the day, so you guys can get a realistic interpretation on how the battery life is on the iPhone SE 2022. Let's get into it. Alright everyone, I'm Rich. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be grabbing some nice day and nighttime photos, so stick around to the end of the video to see what it's like. Alright, yeah, so heading to my first class right now. I'm on the electric skateboard. It's a pretty nice day outside. Weather's nice. It's not too hot out, not too cold. But gotta watch out for the terrain here. So I'm passing by the football stadium right here, riding my electric skateboard, and this is what I mean by watch the terrain. You see that crack on the sidewalk? Yeah, that's really big and hard to get over. I'm pulling up to my first class right now. This is gonna be my database coding class, and I couldn't get too much footage because we had to take a quiz right afterwards. I think I did pretty well on it. All right, so just finished up my first class, and just taking a small break out here. Let's check the battery percentage real quick. Okay, so you can see that I'm around 92% battery health right here and around 23 minutes of usage. It wasn't much, it was just camera, checking out the YouTube studio, texting some friends. Yeah, so class wasn't bad at all. I went to my first database class. It took around an hour. We just reviewed some material, and then I went over to my next class, which was resource management. I was using my MacBook a lot of the times to take notes, so there really wasn't much to do with the iPhone, but now I'm probably just gonna head back home and make some food. For there, I'll just get some more footage for you guys and get started on my homework. But one thing I noticed about the SE, which I said before, is that it's like crazy fast. I mean, that's to be expected with the A15 Bionic chip. You're essentially getting the power of the iPhone 13 and an iPhone 8 body. When I was in class, right, I was sending a bunch of posts, I was sharing a lot of other things and texting and scrolling back to check my YouTube stats and all that. A lot of things going on, and I was doing it so fast that everything was like snapping together, everything was like opening and closing so instantaneously, and that is really nice to feel. But let's start heading back home because I am getting hungry. So I decided to make something super quick. I'm gonna be busy later, so can't spend too much time cooking, but here's an overhead photo of what I made. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just made some salmon and rice right here. You know, that's not too bad, you know. We just hit our first 1 hour mark here on the iPhone SE. Let's take a look at the battery life. 77%. You see that? Anyways, yeah, that's not terrible. I did push the A15 Bionic chip a little bit too much this morning because I was video recording a lot of segments on here, as well as FaceTiming a few friends and going on social media. So, you know, when you compare it to the new iPhones out there, it's not gonna have the best battery life, and that's okay because, you know, mind you, we are still using this old iPhone 6 body design. I mean, how much bigger of a battery can they really put in here? I wouldn't be surprised in maybe a few months' time the battery life will degrade, and if so, then that may be one of the lacking features of the SE 2022. Something to keep in mind, but it's not all too bad. If you're gonna be using this for regular usage, like texting your friends or just checking up on email, whatnot, who knows, that's fine. But if you're gonna be playing games and video recording and FaceTiming a lot of people, then maybe not the best option for long-term battery life. And then right now I'm waiting for my friend to come by because I have to give him a haircut. I'll definitely be taking some photos of him on the SE to show you what it's like. Today's video is going to be a lot of SE footage, so let's take a look. Skin fade on the side?
Yeah.
And then what else on the top? A little bit off?
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at the time-lapse mode on the SE. So far so good. This is about 15 minutes of footage reduced down to 15-second clip here. My friend Kevin wanted a skin fade on the sides, and it turned out pretty nice.
Ooh. Short sides.
Fresh. Let's take a look at the battery now, shall we? We are at 2 hours and 37 minutes of screen time, and we are sitting just at 50%. Okay, so really though, what I'm finding is if you're going to be using this phone for a lot of powerful needs, FaceTime is pretty intense and social media is too. Having this long term might not be the greatest option out there, and if size really is something that you're looking forward to, then I would recommend it, but just keep in mind the battery life won't be as long as compared to the newer iPhones on the market. But again, we're looking at another time lapse here, and as you can tell, it looks very detailed. I love how easy it is to use on the SE, as it's very light and portable. But moving right along, I have to finish up some coding assignments that's due tonight. Okay, so just finished up my homework. That took so long. Oh my gosh, I was so stressed. But it is around 9 o'clock and I'm about to head over to my friends to go to breakdancing practice. Gonna go session for a bit. After that, gonna come home and give you guys an update on how I'm doing. So let's take this out for a nighttime video test. So since I'm on the way to practice right now, I thought this would be a perfect time to show the nighttime camera quality on the iPhone SE. The shutter speed in ISO definitely has been increased, resulting in a footage that's not as sharp as it would look during the day, but I still think the quality is holding up really nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am home. What a night. It is currently 11:43 p.m. and I'm tired. I gotta sleep to get ready for the next day, but as you can tell, I filmed some footage on the SE. It actually didn't turn out that bad, so let's take a look at the battery life. Alright, you see that? 38%, I believe. Yeah, and that is out 3 hours and 15 minutes of usage. So, one thing I really loved is the size of it. It kind of brings me back to, my high school days. I felt like I could just whip out my iPhone from my pocket and just like type something up with one hand. It was really convenient, and that's what I really miss, because I know phones nowadays are getting really big. So it's kind of nice to, get a refresh, can, go back to the roots of, how Apple kind of pioneered their phones. But I actually enjoyed using the iPhone SE today. And a lot of people ask me, oh, this is a new phone, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, I thought the iPhone 6 died down. I'm like, no, this is a new iPhone SE in this color. So this color is actually really, really nice too. I like the deep, dark product red that they got going here. And the Gorilla Glass looks really amazing, especially when I'm using this during the daytime. It really shines, and that's what I really like about this device. But anyways, that's all I got for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And let me know what videos you guys want to see. Are you looking at getting your iPhone SE yourself? Tell me how the battery life is. Tell me what you're thinking. I want to hear them all down in the comments below. So get going. But hey, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, I'll see you then.